I noticed the large object that I had been following was there. This very first object that leads the system resembles a man laying down, holding his hands out in front of him, both with a planet. And as you go from that object back towards the southwest, there are multiple other objects. And their similarities are profound. These are objects, large planetary objects. There are 7. As I started to watch this system come into play, the wind started to blow, and it had a chill about it. Before it started, it was roughly about 65, 70. By the time everything was said and done, it was about 85. With the fluctuation of temperature dropping and raising in between a good 30 degrees. The wind picked up when I first noticed the system showing itself to me. It had a cold chill about it. It lowered 20 degrees. And as I stood there the first couple of minutes, I noticed a orange glow come from the east, southeast. And this glow got hotter and brighter. And then I noticed the wings. And everything just started to come into play. As the hot object, Nibiru, the winged object, made itself visible to me, the temperature started to rise with the warmth of air. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe we were feeling this heat from the object already. As I started to map this out, it occurred to me that this had a snake pattern about it. A left to right S pattern. I started from the northeast, the very beginning of the system, and I went down to the southwest, making a turn, the first, down towards the southeast. As I made the turn to the southeast, there lay Nibiru. Very real, and following the same path as the beginning. The Chinese speak about this rotation. They talk about a system that comes into ours with a S pattern travel about it. Nibiru has since passed the sun, and it is on its way back out into space. But in doing so, it must pass us, and in the next couple months it will. In the northern hemisphere, you can now make out a small, oval-shaped object, and this is Nibiru. It's very small, looks like a teardrop. It should be low on the horizon for you. They will try to cover this up as they did us in the very beginning. They cannot cover this up anymore here in the southern hemisphere. It is much too large. I'm now going to show you a video that was taken last year in June, on the 13th of June 2013. When I took this film, I was facing due west, and I noticed a very large object with a very long wingspan with it. And it had several objects in front of it. And this object, as I seen it in the sky, looked as if it were headed towards the sun. This object was very large and very bright. I could make out the smoke that was barreling off the very ends of it as it elegantly moved down the horizon. This object that I had filmed in June last year was in fact our Nibiru headed for the sun, making that one final approach in its turn as it closed into the sun for its pass. And these next few clips that I'm about to show you, they were all taken this last week. Do not let your eyes deceive you. You are seeing a planet that is within the grasp of its travel. You can see the oxide dust engulfing this planet as this planet moves steadily across our skies. This next clip that I'm about to show you shows you on the right side of the video a bright line that's being made. And this line is being made from Nibiru itself. It shows Nibiru climbing over a large object, very large. And this illustration plainly shows you nothing will stand in this object's way. Nothing. It is very, very daunting to see this. It shows Nibiru elegantly climbing this object, coming down off the front of it, and elegantly moving away. This was taken on the east side. It's truly amazing. You can see how large the object is and how subtle Nibiru climbs over the top and comes down the front. This object, this system is very, very real, people. It is time to wake up. I've been following this system for over a year now. I am the only one that I know of that has followed it as I have. There are many, many voices that speak about this system, but yet nobody is showing the facts. And the fact is, it's right there in front of you. Get off your ass, go outside, and pay attention. It's worth a minute of your time and research. Don't do it for me. Do it for you, your family. Do it for the people you love. This movie needs to be copied and shared. I'm not sure how long my site will be up. I'm not even sure how long I'll be able to tell this story. This will be my last video on YouTube, as I fear the governments and the powers that be do not want me to release this to you. This is my 4th computer in the last month and a half. Everything electronic on my property has given me problems or just quit altogether. I feel there's some kind of pulse that they have placed above my property.
What's going on, guys? This is Music Player 1979.
Knock it out.
I'm coming to you today from West Texas. It's March 6th, 2014. And this is just unbelievable. The last couple days, this system has been showing itself to its full. Today, within an hour, it went from the west side and it's now coming over me. This is one of the many objects that I believe that they call the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. This is one of them. This is your second one. It very much resembles, this one very much resembles the dragon, but you can see the horsemen being made in that as well. Now, I'm going to show you, and this is amazing, guys. I actually seen a moon come out, so I'm going to show you guys that picture. I'm glad I could be the one to to let you guys know that this is happening. This is our time. I think it's important that people grasp that concept and know that, you know, this is the reason why the world is the way they are. The governments, you know, around the world, and why, you know, we're trying to get underground. You know, because, I mean, this thing right here is a killer. I mean, and this has no boundary whatsoever, guys. Whatsoever. You can see this one has passed me already. So the rider is facing the other direction. It's just amazing, guys. This one's coming over me now. I don't know how much time we have. This thing's hauling ass. Excuse my language. You know, the weather's beautiful today. 80, 85. It's just pretty. But this is just every bit there, guys. Everybody needs to start paying attention. Everybody. You guys need to start looking up. Alright, making this short. Pass this information around, people. Alright. Much love. Music player out.